Okay, good morning. First of all, I'd like to ask you to join me, Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending the Hanamatsuri service 2016. Every time I come to the Sacramento Betsuin, I'm kind of overwhelmed with this big audience, right? I would say so. This Betsuin, this temple is one of the great, the best success, example in the BCA organization. So always, the Hondo is kind of full, full house and lots of people, and then you seriously listen to the Dharma. So I really appreciate Bob Sensei and the minister's assistant and all of you who are, great supporter of this temple. So thank you very much for giving me this occasion, this chance to share the Dharma on this occasion, Hanamatsuri service, the celebration of Shakyamuni Buddha's birth. So I think you have this, program, right? And you can find a brief explanation of what Hanamatsuri is on this yellow page. And then this explanation is much better than my explanation, so I'm not gonna talk about what the Hanamatsuri service is. But anyway, according to Japanese Buddhist tradition, April 8th, not August, April 8th is the Shakyamuni Buddha's birth. So in Japan, in April, we celebrate the birth of this great teacher Shakyamuni Buddha about 2,500 years ago. So our organization BCA, Buddhist Churches of America, has a calendar, and if you have a calendar, check April 8th. It's marked in red, which means it's holiday, right? So last Friday, 2 days ago, BCA headquarters and then Jodo Shinshu Center in Berkeley were closed because we think this Shakyamuni Buddha's birthday is very important. So within our organization, it's a holiday. Okay. So anyway, so today I'm going to talk about a little bit of Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching, Buddhist teaching. And so also, do you know what this is? Yeah, so this is the great gift from Reverend Bob Oshita to my sons. Even adults can enjoy this great machine, right? So this is a kind of coincidence, but the item that I'm going to talk about is this. What's this? This is remote, right? This is remote. So this is the kind of topic of my message this morning, right? And I brought this. But this is a kind of different remote. So this remote is it says Sony and the TV. So this is a remote for a TV, right? So I brought this remote from my house, so I have to make it sure to bring it back home. Otherwise, my kids, get angry or get mad, right? So this remote has good batteries, right? And it works okay with the TV at my house, right? So now, please imagine I visit your house. And then try to turn on your TV. Okay, so please imagine I visit your house and try to turn on your TV with this remote, right? How come it doesn't work? okay, it has battery. How come doesn't work? Hey, come on. So, this remote doesn't work with your TV set, right? And then I'm kind of getting frustrated, and then finally I'm so mad, right? It's funny, right? If you look at me, what I'm doing, right? I try to turn on your TV set with my remote, and it doesn't work. It seems, crazy or funny, right? And then maybe some of you kindly tell me, hey, sensei, wait a minute, right? You have a wrong one, right? So that's why it doesn't work. It's not the fault of the remote. It's because you are using a wrong remote, right? So sensei, please don't get so upset. Please calm down, right? If you are kind enough, you may say so, right? So as most of you know, remote has its own kind of frequency and the signal, right? And then if it doesn't match with a TV, it doesn't work, right? So this is a kind of system of the remote controller. But if I am ignorant of this kind of system, and then I try to control a TV with a device which has no control over it, right? So this is totally helpless. This is totally meaningless, right? And then to make matters worse, I'm getting frustrated, and then I'm getting angry, right? Although, this remote has no fault, right? So it sounds crazy. Maybe some of you think I'm an idiot, right? But, from Buddha's eyes, this is what most of us are doing in your daily life, right? Your daily life. So let me say, each of us has a kind of controller over ourselves. And this controller basically, and most of the time, works over ourselves, right? So that's why I can move my hand, I can move my head. However, when we try to control other people with my controller, does it work? Right? No, it doesn't, basically, because it's hard to control other people. And I know this very much because I have 3 young boys, right? So I tell them to stop watching YouTube on the tablet. They don't, right? So I tell them to clean up their room. They don't. And then I tell them to study after dinner. They don't, right? Then what happens, right? I get frustrated, and then finally I yell to them, right? I get angry. This is kind of same with this remote. Trying to turn on your TV set. So we try to control other people, but in many cases we cannot. Right? We cannot. Then we get frustrated or we get angry, and in some cases, we may try to force them to do so. Right? Force them to do so. Then what happens? See? We start fighting. We start arguing. Right? So we humans, basically, we are ignorant. We are ignorant of the fact that we don't have any perfect control over other people. Any perfect control over other people. We may think we know that, right? We know that. But there are many fights, there are many wars all over the world in the history, right? Because we are totally ignorant of this fact, right? So that's why we have so many fights, wars caused by this kind of ignorance. And then our ignorance is so strong and so deep. So that's why Buddha, right? Buddha, he feels sorry for that. Especially he feels sorry for that kind of human ignorance. He wants to liberate us from such ignorance. And he wants to truly awaken us to important truth. Right? And then when we are truly awakened to that kind of truth, which we call wisdom in Buddhism, then we can, avoid troubles. We can avoid sufferings. Right? So that's why to obtain that kind of awareness, or maybe to, to realize our ignorance, it's very, very important to come to the temple and then listen to the message of Buddha, right? So this place, Otera, temple, is a place for you to listen to the Dharma message and then to realize, to notice our own, ignorance. Right? So, this is just a remote, TV remote. But depending on how we see it, right, we can find a Buddhist lesson. And then in our daily life, there are many items that teaches us or providing a Buddhist lesson. Right? So this is a kind of short message for my Dharma school today. And I know Dharma school kids have something after this, so I know you have to leave. Right? Anyway, thank you very much for listening to my message. So please join me, Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. Thank you very much.